Welcome to another episode of Plated by V. Press the pause button and get your ingredients ready. Firstly, what I did was to marinate these chicken strips just to give it some flavor as well. And as you can see on the screen, those are the spices that I added, and I just mixed everything with olive oil and I marinated it and I massaged it and make sure that everything is evenly covered. So after 4 hours, basically just fry the chicken pieces until the pink color is gone. This took me about 5 to 7 minutes. You need to make sure that your heat is very low, or at least medium at most, because you want tender chicken breasts. That texture is very important because you don't want to have a chewy texture. So medium heat, and you remove immediately once the pink is gone. Okay, so if you've been following, you'll know that once I add my mushrooms on the pan, I close the lid and just allow the water in the mushrooms to be released, and that's what I'll use to continue frying and then basically cook the mushrooms with that water. At this point, you don't want to fry the mushrooms until the water has been completely evaporated. You want to keep some water for the flour that we're going to add, as you can see on the screen. Just 1 heaped teaspoon of cake flour, all-purpose flour, or self-rising flour, depending on what you have. The purpose of the flour is just to thicken our sauce, as we're going to also add cream later on. So when you add the flour, you'll realize that it will absorb all the water that you saw prior, and now this is basically the time to add your cream and mix until in parts. I mixed in parts. Basically, I used the whole bottle, the 250 ml, so I just kept on mixing. And if you want it to be more thinned out and you feel like you've added too much flour in the beginning, you can basically just keep on adding cream until you reach the consistency that you desire. After 5 minutes, you can definitely add back your chicken slices or chicken pieces. We're going to then close the lid just to make sure that we cook the chicken slices thoroughly through. And don't worry, at this point, as long as your heat is low, it won't compromise the texture of your chicken slices. So my stove is on 2, and we're going to then do this for about an extra 5 minutes on low heat before switching off the stove. decorate this dish with toasted shea butter bread, and I'm sure it would also be delicious with pasta, rice, and any dish that you could think of as well. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Plated by V.